Look at these grapes. These are Cabernet Sauvignon grapes. And those down there are Merlot. Look how healthy these vines are. The last shot was my harvest from this morning. Ducks are hungry. Blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, and strawberries aren't doing real great this year. They're kind of having a slow start. I take that back. I have a little raspberry. They're still in shock from a goat attack. Here's my Merlot grapes. Lots of those growing. Look how healthy these vines are. This is from 2 vines. That's it. The blackberry bushes are growing very nicely. The marigolds are doing their job of keeping gophers out. These are wild squash plants. All the squash that was on my counter was not planted. It was wild. I get in here and do some more weeding. Look at all this corn. Yes, we are a low-carb keto family, but we're also doing whole foods, so corn is slightly acceptable. There's a zucchini I just planted, some smaller corn that I just planted. Look at this. I mean, my corn are already sulking. Be ready to pick in a couple of weeks. That's one of the wild squash plants. Used barn dirt, mixture of goat and chicken poop and hay shaft and whatever else we threw out there last year, and apparently we threw some squash out there. Potatoes. That's the Cayenne. It's a Cayenne hybrid. We got from the hardware store. The nursery that they get their stuff from, it's a hybrid, proprietary hybrid that they're trying out this year. I like it. Jalapenos. Garlic. I really need to plant some onion. It's still not too late for onion. Green beans. All those green beans are coming from those very few bushes. Okra. I love fried okra. Bell pepper. And look at those tomatoes. You can't see it from here, but I have one tomato plant that is so big and so heavy, it laid the tomato cage over. Now, you might ask why I allow the outside of my garden area to overgrow so much. See all those flowers? Bees love flowers. Brings the pollinators in. So I've got 3 mature okra plants. I planted a total of 10 seeds. 3 came up, and then I've got a couple of smaller ones that I replanted. One here, one on the other side of that. They're growing up. There's that tomato bush that just got so heavy. Look at the cage. It's all bent up. But I leave the grass and the weeds, so to speak. I mean, weeds really aren't weeds unless you don't want them. Growing around the garden, it helps with erosion. We don't get a whole lot of summer rain around here, but when we do, man, we get it good. But it helps with erosion, and the flowers on the mustard plants and the clover that's over there behind the grill help attract bees and other pollinators to come in and, well, pollinate my plants. But this is our little garden, and this is probably the healthiest garden we've ever had, and this is probably going to be the best producing garden we've ever had. Look at those little aromas right there. The light colored green means they are just starting to grow, which means our aromas are going to be huge. This is a beefsteak. So of course the bush is going to be really big, the vine is going to be really big. But as you can see, I'm flood watering, about every 2 or 3 days. Get a good deep water going. And I mixed in that barn dirt really well, and I have a few weeds, but I stay on top of them so it doesn't get out of control. But even the bell pepper plants, like that one there, I actually probably need to cage all of them so they don't fall over and break. We do have a lot of wind up here, but I'm proud of this little garden, and I'm very excited.